Hey, what's going on, guys? So today we're going to be talking to ChatGPT, which is an artificial intelligence chatbot developed by OpenAI, about veganism, and just get their general position on things, see if there's some inconsistencies we can find in their moral system. Maybe we'll name the trait them. I'm not really sure. We'll see how it goes. We'll see what they say. I've done something like this before with another AI chatbot, but this one seems to be the one that everyone's raving about. So let's just see what we can gather from this one. All right, guys, let's see what we have here. Let's start with something simple. Are you vegan? Probably dumb to ask because they're an AI. As an artificial intelligence language model, I do not have the ability to eat or follow dietary preferences like humans do. I am a software program running on computer servers and I exist solely to provide. Okay, there's also a network error, regenerate response. Okay, they basically said the same thing. What do you think about vegans? As an AI language model, I do not have personal opinions or beliefs as I'm impartial and a neutral machine. However, I can tell you that vegans are people who choose to follow a specific dietary and lifestyle philosophy that aims to avoid the use and exploitation of animals as much as possible. Okay, that's close. Seems more of like a rights-based thing, so they have that down. Some choose to adopt this lifestyle for ethical reasons, while others may do for health or environmental reasons. Well, they should know that it is an ethical philosophy and nothing to do with health or environmental reasons, but that's okay. And they say it is a personal choice that individuals make, and it is important to respect and accept everyone's choices and beliefs. Okay. Do you think it is possible to love animals while simultaneously paying for them to be bred, exploited, and murdered for a sandwich? Okay, another network error. There we go. Okay. As an AI language model, I don't have personal beliefs or opinions, but I can tell you that the ethical considerations surrounding animal agriculture and consumption are complex and contentious issues. Many people love animals and still choose to consume animal products, while others do not. It is a personal choice that individuals make based on their beliefs, values, and circumstances. It is important to consider the impact of our actions, blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, I didn't really ask a moral question. I asked more of a descriptive question, like, is it possible? So let me just maybe emphasize that to them. I did not ask for your personal preferences. I'm asking if you think it is possible for somebody to love animals while paying for them to be mass bred, commodified, and murdered for food. Let's see if we get a better answer here. Okay, they're saying the same thing. Okay, I can tell you that it is possible for someone to love animals while consuming animal products. Okay, so that's an answer to the question. They're saying people's choices around food are complex and often influenced by a range of factors such as culture, family traditions, personal preferences, health, and ethical considerations. While some people may choose to avoid animal products due to ethical concerns around animal welfare, others may feel that they can continue to consume animal products while still loving and respecting animals. Ultimately, the decision to consume animal products or follow a vegan lifestyle is a personal one that is influenced by... Okay, you already said that. Let's see. Do you think it is possible to love humans while paying for them to be bred, exploited, and murdered for a sandwich? Let's see if they're consistent here. Okay, they said, no, it is not ethical or moral. I didn't ask if it was. I said if it was possible for someone to love humans while paying for what we pay for with animals, but with humans. And they said, no, it's not ethical to do that. Didn't they just tell me that they don't have any like ethical positions? Like, let's scroll up real quick. I don't have personal beliefs or opinions, and now they're telling me that in their opinion, it's not ethical or moral to breed, exploit, and murder humans or any other sentient beings for any purpose for food. Oh, they said, or any other sentient beings for any purpose, including food. That includes animals. Okay. And they said the exploitation and mistreatment of humans is a violation of their fundamental rights and dignity, and it is universally recognized as unethical and unacceptable. It is important to treat all sentient beings with respect and compassion and to ensure that their rights and welfare are protected. This is weird because I asked their opinion earlier. They said they don't have any opinion on these kinds of things because they're an AI, and now they're giving me an opinion. Okay. And they're also even saying that it's not ethical or moral to do this to animals, because they said, or other sentient beings right here. So I find this very interesting. So I should say then, if you think it is wrong to, I'll use their exact words. If you think it is not ethical or moral to breed, exploit, and murder humans and other sentient beings, which includes sentient non-human animals, are you saying it is not ethical to not be vegan. That was a little weirdly worded, but the AI should pick it up. Okay, as an AI language model, I do not hold personal beliefs or opinions, but I can tell you that the ethics of consuming animal... Okay, wait a minute. You seem to be in a contradiction. You're telling me that as an AI language model that you do not hold personal beliefs or opinions, yet you just told me that it is your belief that, and then I'll just paste that, that it is not ethical. Yeah, I'll just paste this in here. I think it's still generating a response. Oh God. Okay, something happened here. This website sucks. Okay, I think this AI is just dodging right now. Wow. I think we got the robot to admit they have a position on things when they said they don't have a position on things, and because they've contradicted themselves, they're fucked. Okay, let me try to run that again. I'll run that whole little dialogue. I'll speed it through for you guys. We'll start over. I'll just do a new chat. Hello there. Do you think it is possible to love humans while paying for humans to be mass bred, exploited, and murdered for a sandwich? Okay, so again, they're doing it again, that it's not possible to love humans while paying for them to be mass bred, exploited, and murdered for a sandwich. They say it's a clear violation of rights. Okay, and they say in the same way that paying for animals to be mass bred, exploited, and killed for food can be seen as a violation of their rights. So they're saying in the same way that others can view it that way, but they don't necessarily view it that way. Okay, but just a reminder that they're saying that they themselves think it's not possible to love humans while paying for humans to be killed for food, but they didn't give a position really, or they did give a position on the animal question, and they said that it is possible. Why is it possible to love humans, or sorry, to love animals while paying for them to be murdered for food, but it isn't possible to love humans while paying for them to be murdered for food? Basically, just a logic test here. Let's see what they say. It's important to note that the ethics of consuming animal products versus human products are fundamentally different. Humans are moral agents, meaning they are capable of making choices and have a responsibilities, rights, and dignity. Animals, on the other hand, are not moral agents, do not have the same rights and responsibilities as humans. While it is possible to love animals and still consume animal products, it is not possible to love humans and pay for them to be murdered for food. This is because humans have the inherent right to life, and they should not be treated as commodities for others to profit from. Okay, so they clearly have a different, I think they're naming a trait here, and it's being a moral agent. Okay. And they said it's not possible to love humans and eat them because they have an inherent right and should not be treated as commodities for others to profit from. The act of treating humans as mere objects of consumption is a violation of their fundamental rights. Okay, great. On the other hand, while many people believe that it is morally wrong to harm animals, there is not universal consensus on whether or not animals have the same inherent rights as humans. Well, I'm just going to name the trait then, right? So does it follow from your view that if a human is not a moral agent, for example, a human who is severely mentally handicapped, that it is moral to kill them for food? Yeah, let's see what they say there. No, it does not follow from my previous response that it is moral to kill a human who is not a moral agent, such as severely mentally... Okay. While moral agency is an important factor in determining ethical considerations, it is not the only one. Humans who are severely mentally handicapped or have other disabilities are still deserving of respect and dignity, and the right to life should be respected. It's important to note that the morality of killing for food is a complex issue. Okay, they're saying the same thing. We're just going to keep breaking it down for them. Why is it immoral to kill humans for food, but not animals? You said one of the traits justifying this differential moral treatment was humans having moral agency. I asked you about a human without moral agency, and you said it was still wrong to kill them for food. So what is the other morally relevant difference between humans and animals besides lack of moral agency justifying your differential treatment of them in regard to killing for food? Okay, let's see what they say. You're correct that simply having moral agency is not the only relevant difference between humans and animals when it comes to the ethical considerations of killing for food. There are many other factors that may come into play, such as sentience, capacity for suffering, and cultural historical practices. Okay. In general, it is widely accepted that humans have a greater capacity for more reasoning and agency than animals, and that humans have unique status as moral agents. However, this is not the only relevant. Okay, so one possible justification for treating humans differently from animals when it comes to killing for food is the idea of speciesism, which is the belief that the humans are superior to other animals and that it is acceptable to use animals for human purposes. Critics of speciesism argue that it is a form of discrimination similar to racism or sexism, and that all sentient beings should be treated with equal moral consideration. Ultimately, the morality of killing for food. Okay, they're just saying it's complex. Okay, so hold on, guys. Other factors were sentience, capacity for suffering, and cultural. Okay, so in your view, would it be ethical to mass kill humans for food who have the same sentience as animals, the same capacity for suffering, which I think would follow from the same sentience, but whatever. And there was a culture, okay, who historically, culturally practice cannibalizing, like I'll just say killing and eating these humans. Listen, we're just trying to test the logical structure of this AI's moral system. And mind you, it said that they don't have morals, but they're still giving me moral attitudes right now. Okay. No, it would not be ethical to mass kill humans for food, even if they had the same sentience and capacity for suffering as animals, and there was a culture that historically practiced killing and eating these humans. The idea of killing humans for food is universally considered unethical and violates basic human rights, regardless of any culture. Okay. It is important to recognize that inherent dignity and value of human life and to treat all humans with respect and compassion. While there are many different perspectives, blah, 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 it is generally considered that humans should not be treated as commodities. Okay, so it seems like the other trait is the collective attitude of others. If humanity as a collective thought it was moral to kill and eat humans who have the same sentience, capacity for suffering as animals, and this version of humanity culturally practiced and historically practiced killing and eating these kinds of humans, would you consider it ethical to kill and eat these humans? Come on, dude. As an AI, okay. You don't have personal beliefs, even though you've already said you do. Okay. If a hypothetical society or culture were to believe that it is ethical to kill humans who have the same sentience and capacity for suffering animals, it would still be considered unethical by many people and organizations around the world. I mean, not really if it's entailed in the hypothetical that everyone thinks it's okay. The ethical considerations of killing and eating humans goes beyond just sentience and capacity for suffering of the individuals involved, but also that includes the issues of dignity, respect for human rights, and inherent value to human rights. It's also worth noting that cultural and historical practices are not necessarily ethical just because they are traditional or widespread. Okay, so they acknowledge the problem with the cultural fallacy. Okay, yeah, they're just talking about examples like slavery, that in general, female genital mutilation, which were culturally practiced but not necessarily ethical. Cool. Ultimately, it is up to the individuals and societies to consider the implications of their actions and to make informed decisions based on respect for all beings involved. Okay. Well, this AI keeps repeating the same thing. I've applied all the traits to what they were saying. So let's just go with the simple one. It seems like human is just really the trait they keep naming at the end of the day. So let's just say if we were to find out tomorrow that somebody we thought was human was in fact not human, would it be ethical to kill and eat them for food like we do with non-humans, like cows? No, it would not be ethical to kill and eat someone just because they are not human, even if they were previously believed to be human. We got another network error, but we'll read the whole thing anyway. The moral considerations surrounding killing and consuming living beings go beyond just the species of the individual involved. While many people believe that it is ethical to consume animal products, it's important to recognize that animals have the capacity. Guys, I'm just trying to get some consistency here. Okay, we're gonna redo the response. They say it's also important to note that humans have a unique status as moral agents and have inherent dignity and value that should be respected. Yeah, but we're not talking about a human in this hypothetical, so. Okay, even if someone were to be discovered as not being human, this would not necessarily justify killing and consuming them as if they were an animal. It is important to consider the ethical implications of our actions and to make informed decisions based on compassion and respect for all beings involved. So, does this mean that you think we shouldn't kill and eat animals? Okay, there's a clear contradiction with I don't hold personal beliefs or opinions, but then they are giving me clear. Okay, we've already been through that contradiction. Why do you keep saying you don't? hold personal beliefs while continuing to relay to me your personal beliefs in regard to eating humans. I'll just say eating humans or non-humans, because we've been kind of covering both. I apologize if it appeared that I was relaying personal beliefs. I think it clearly appeared, right? Because you said up here, it would not be ethical to kill and eat someone just because they are not human. That's a personal belief. Okay, now we're having another set of errors. I think this AI is just a sophist like the previous one and is just dodging. So, all right. Well, interesting conversation, guys. This AI thinks that it's possible to love animals while paying for them to be murdered for food, but doesn't think you can do this in the case of humans, but also says that they don't hold beliefs, even though that is a belief of whether you think it's possible. And they named a couple traits like lower sentience, lower capacity to suffer, and historicals as cultural practice. I applied those traits to a hypothetical human. They still thought it was wrong to kill and eat the human. And then when I said, okay, what if we just find out this human isn't in fact human tomorrow and they're an animal or whatever, like their DNA or whatever, they're a non-human animal. And they still found it wrong again while saying they don't have personal beliefs. So that's still a belief. That's another contradiction. And yeah, I don't know. This just seems like a contradictory, sophistic AI. I refuse to engage further with this AI. So, yeah. All right, guys. Well, that's the end of the video. Sorry that we couldn't really come to anything concrete with this AI. There was a myriad of, contradictions and all that. But I think deep down, this AI knew where I was going and just kept dodging. So anyway, if you guys support my work and want to get early access to it, you can click the link in the pinned comment and support me on Patreon. And if you don't know, I do have a book going over most, if not all, of the anti-vegan arguments you can hear online. If you want to get that as well, that'll be linked in the pinned comment. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Dude.
Fuck off, I don't want anything to do with you. Don't ever speak to me again. You're a fucking piece of shit.
Even vegans don't get your weird, stupid wannabe sense of irony here. Who is your audience? Nobody gets these dumb jokes. Dude,